Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome. It is Tuesday, April 29th, 2025. Welcome to the early pre-market open live stream that will take us into the market open. All right, let's see who's here real quick this morning. Richie, good morning. Trader Brahm, good morning to you. Joe, good morning. Beth, good morning. How are you? Mitch, good morning to you. Kuz, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I apologize. I do not mean to butcher it. Nice to see you. I just saw you a few hours ago at the London session, so nice to see you back again. Miguel, good morning to you. Beth, thanks. I'm doing great. Thank you so much. Hey, John, good morning. Yuria, good morning to you. All right, let me make sure that I am set up and ready to go here. Looks like we are setting up for a short. What do we got going on? Okay, so we drew originally, what do we got? How much time we got left? About a minute and a half, almost just under 2 minutes. So we drew an H pattern here, and it failed, which gave us this reversal on the pullback, and now it's doing it again, testing this low. I'm hoping that it continues and breaks lower, which will give us some continuation to our trade so we don't get pulled back a little bit. This is a pretty big bar. It's like almost, 40 points? So kind of keep an eye on that. What's the 1 minute looking like? 1 minute looks like it's continuing downward. So we've got a minute left. Price stays here and does not retrace and go back up. We are going to get a short, and I'm hoping that this thing will continue to go down. I'm worried that this may turn around on us because we are at the 9 o'clock hour. Usually things like to flip, but we'll give this a whirl and see what happens. Okay, we've got just under 45 seconds. It is rejecting and pulling back a little bit. Not a big fan of that. Okay, we got 20 seconds left. Okay, we got 10 seconds. All right, and we're in.
Order submitted.
Hopefully we keep getting this thing to keep pushing down. And just like that, we hit target. All right, fantastic.
Order filled.
Give me 1 second, guys. I need to cancel all my positions here. One second, guys. Give me 1 second. Still have a position stuck open, and I'm trying to kill it, and I can't. Oh, this is funny. All right, there we go. All right, let's watch that replay. Let's watch that replay, shall we?
Hopefully we keep getting this thing to keep pushing down. And just like that, we hit target.
All right, so there we go. Got a nice quick one first off in the morning, which is good. Being green is always good. Need to check on everything for me, so give me 1 second, guys. All right. All right. Okay. Just had to I got a lot going on here, guys, so I need to make sure that everything is clear so I can get things ready for the 9:30. Okay. So the overnight was a very interesting scenario, and kind of an unfortunate one. Did take the trade right here. Let me zoom in a little bit. I got in right here. So got into a short because that was the setup and that was the entry. So right here at the entry of this bar, this is the bar, this was my setup bar right here. And basically, as you can see, it's kind of like a, well, I guess it would be called a spinning top or a doji or whatever. But price opened and closed right in the middle of this bar. And look at these long wicks. So basically, this could have gone either way. Okay. But we were hoping that it was going to go short because we were basically in a down move. This was the pullback. I was hoping that this was going to give me an H pattern that was going to at least continue a little bit, enough to give me target. So by the time that the entry is up here, it hasn't quite reached the low yet. So I was hoping it was going to do that. Well, here's what happened. On the next bar, I got in right here at the low of this, which would be the price of, was somewhere around 19,543, give or take. Where was it exactly? Let's see. I got in at 19,544 and 3/4 is where I got in to go short. And this thing just went against me the entire way until I finally got taken out right here. And I was on the stream because I streamed it this morning. And I said, watch, because this thing here, when it went this high up, because basically I said, if it closes above 570, we're going to be in trouble. And it did. And then the trouble means that it's going to test somewhere here or up here. So around the 600 level. And then I knew that it was going to dump after that because it could not make the lower lows. It was trying to make higher highs. If it wasn't going to break out and go higher, I just had just the indication that this thing was going to go down. So sure enough, it got here. It started to show some exhaustion and then got this reversal. Got this engulfing bar. Okay. And then right here, right at this point, right here, I took this reversal short. So I got into this short, got stopped out again up here. So it was still making, higher highs. Got in short again right here. at 19,000, and then ended up basically taking profit right here at this point. So the initial trade here, I was down, I think it was down like $300 or something like that. I'm sorry, 1,500. I was $1,500 down. And then once I got this second trade to get in, I was up 350 by the time it was said and done. So I made it up on this move down. So going into this morning, the 9 o'clock trade, I was up 300, and then with this, oh, you can't see it because my face is in the way. How am I going to do this? Okay, let me pull up my Tradeify and show you these accounts. All right, so the account that I trade is this one right here. This 5142. Okay, and then all these other ones copy into it. Okay, so originally it was up. Let's see if this will give me the stats on it. Go. This thing always takes forever. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. So these are the trades and the times that I took this morning. So you can see got in here. So this right here was the first trade that I lost because it was 2 contracts. Okay. And then I took another one that I got stopped out at right here. So I was down like, let's see, was it 1,500 plus 12? So like 2,700, give or take. And then the last trade that I took made up for all of it. And then this other one this morning was 750. So I was up like I said, actually I said 3, I misspoke. I'm sorry. I was 250 up, give or take, or 220 or 240, I think it was. So 240 plus the 750 is 9, whatever it is, for the total P&L of 980. So those are the trades that I took today so far. All right. And then these other ones just took the one trade, the 9 o'clock trade this morning. So just doing that for transparency, guys. So, and wow, look at the market. It just kind of sold off, which I was expecting. I was expecting this thing to sell off a little bit, actually quite a bit. All right, let me check the Discord, see if you guys have anything to say in there. Okay, so Monique was asking me about the fibs. Yeah, Richard, that was a nice win. I agree. Okay, so if we were to draw the Fibonacci, we would start here at the high. And this is the current Fibonacci that we would be in right now, Monique. So we would be in this one right here with the high being here, the low being down here. So just like you had drawn in the Discord that you were showing, okay? So this is our target right here, 19,338. Okay? So you were asking me about to trade this thing. Where would you get in? So right here, right before our entry, hold on one second. Let me hide my screen 1 second. I'm going to log into my account. Okay, so, whoops, why does it keep doing that? Okay, so right here, this is where we got in short right here. Okay, so it retraced back here. So if you were just trading Fibonacci on its own, all right, once this pattern got drawn, which is right here, this would be the low of it, okay? So after you have this drawn and you have the lines at the 50% right here, so 19,535, let's say, you can put a sell order in if you wanted to, if you were just trading Fibonacci. Okay, so you put a sell order here, and then you put your stop way up here, and then your target down here. Now, keep in mind, that's going to give you a stop of 535 to almost 100 points, like 80 some odd points, 85 points, 90 points. Okay, but it's going to give you a target of 534 to 340 of almost 200 points. So it's 2 to 1, just a little more than 2 to 1. And then once price comes up here, see, it almost hit it there, right? But then it continued, and then it pulled back against some more and finally got you in here. You'd be in, and then this Fibonacci sequence stays intact until one of two things happen. Either this target gets hit of the 618, or you get stopped out. And once this target gets hit, then you move the Fibonacci downward again, and the deepest part of the retracement, which was right here, that becomes your starting point. So, and then you would start over again here. All right? Monique, does that make sense? And you can type either in here in the YouTube chat or in the Discord. It was way too quick. All right, I'll do it again. Okay, so I'm going to follow. I'll watch your responses to me on the Discord, okay? So we drew the Fibonacci starting from here, okay? This is the high. And the price is 19,621.50, give or take, okay? All right? And then the low would be down here, this candle, which would be the 650 candle for you on NinjaTrader. Okay, and the low was 19,447 and a quarter. Okay, you got that? Perfect. All right. So now we have the Fibonacci. Then, as soon as you have that, you can immediately go and put your sell order, because remember, we're going short, at the 50% level, which is 19,534 and 3/4. That's where you put your sell order in. And when you want to complete your bracket, you're going to put your stop just a little bit above the high here. So I like to put it right up here. So let's say 19,006, let's call it 625. Okay. So that's where the stop goes. And then your take profit, your target goes at 19,339 and a quarter. Okay. All this gets put in at around 6:50 in the morning. Okay. Then you just wait and see what happens with price. All right. It's either going to pick you up and get you filled right here, because we're looking for at least a 50% to get into a Fibonacci trade. And you did get triggered in right here. Okay. At 8:45 or 10 minutes to 9, you would have gotten in. 850 bar you would have gotten in. And then this is your target. Okay. And you just kind of sit there and wait and see what happens. Urea, it's a paid Discord. I gave the link yesterday. Let me put it in again. This will take you straight to the registration and payment page. Give me 1 second. I'll post it again. There it is right there. So once you click on that link, sign up. Once the payment's processed, it'll send you an email with the Discord link. Once you join, I'll get you all set up and get you all the access that you need in the Discord. All right. So Monique, does that answer your question? Does that explain it a little better? Okay, for now. All right. Now, one of the things you need to kind of bear in mind is this type of a setup and trade has probably I would say a 70 to 80% success rate. And as you can tell, especially when you're trading on the 5-minute, you have to be willing to be in the trade for a few hours, okay? And you have to be willing to accept the risk and watch this thing sometimes pull back against you. Now, one of the things that you could do, and I do this when I trade this, just straight Fibonacci. First of all, I would trade this in micros only, okay? And I would trade 1 micro on this, okay? I would set my entry here, and then I would set another order here at the 618, and then another one at the 72 retracement, and another one at the 88. Okay, so if price continues to pull against me, I keep DCAing in at better pricing. Hopefully that it'll obviously turn around and go. And then depending on where I get triggered in, if I get triggered in at the 618 as well as the 50, my target still stays here. If I get triggered in here at the 78 or the 73, then my target, the first target goes to the 27. So whatever contract it got entered here goes at, basically they all go out here. Because if it retraced all the way to here, they all go out here. So then I would move my take profit from the 618 to the 27. What I'll probably end up doing is maybe do a webinar or something on the Fibonacci, on how I trade the Fibonacci. If you guys would be interested in that, we can do that as well. Because it gets kind of involved, and it's a little bit more than just a quick 5-minute description of what needs to, be done. Trader Bram, yeah, we can definitely do that. See, originally when I started this, guys, the whole plan is to start streaming, I don't know, like 5-10 minutes before the market opens, get into the trade. This was all 9:30. So then the 9:35 trade, that was the whole idea for the stream. So the idea was take the trade, win or lose, we're done by 9:40 and the stream is over. So originally this was to start to be like a 15-minute, max stream. So people that were short on time, it kind of follow along the same journey as me. Not that I'm short on time because I'm trading basically all day. Because I have the Discord and I got people in there and we're just kind of learning things together, right? So it's kind of evolving into something more than that. So if the demand is there, I have no problems streaming longer and covering all these other things if it's going to be of some benefit to you guys. Yeah, Joe. So here's what happened. So I talked to the developer yesterday, and apparently what happened is there was some glitch that he got into one of the people that was trading, went completely on tilt and submitted a whole bunch of, I don't know if it was a buy or sell market orders that triggered a loop that was sending 30,000 open and close orders a second on the Rhythmic servers. So when Rhythmic picked that up, they basically just had to kill that feed down because it was, bogging the servers. So there was some kind of a glitch in the way that the trade execution was happening. And again, I'm paraphrasing, so I don't know exactly, but that's kind of like what I got. That was the gist that I got from it. So make a long story short, he had a patch that was put in, and he's not able to get a final test because the test servers for Rhythmic don't go back online until 9:30 this morning. So in about 6 minutes, he's going to try his final, testing, and then it should be back up and running. And then once that's done, then I'll be able to jump on and show you guys how to set it up and everything. So that's kind of like the story with that. Yeah, no problem. All right. So, what do we got going on today? Well, we talked a little bit about the overnight session, right? So we know that we established the highs up here at 623, and the lows are here at 386. I do expect this thing to sell off some more once the market opens. The question is, how far are we going to go down? I really don't know. If we look at the 15, we're basically looking down to 19,260, right? Which clearly clears our target here of the Fibonacci. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. Again, we're looking for longs, right? And speaking of which, I need to get myself set up for that.
Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order canceled.
Okay, guys, just bear with me. I'm just getting my stuff set up here.
Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order canceled.
All right. Okay. Think I am ready to go. We've got just under 35 seconds before the market opens. And we shall see what happens. So we're going to see if the market's going to come up here and try to test this area right here, because this was support. So we'll see if it's going to treat it as resistance. Got like 5 seconds. So right here at this, like around the 450 area, or if it's going to keep, selling off. We actually do have some news this morning, too. At 10 o'clock, we've got the JOLTS job report. The JOLTS job opening. So that should move the market pretty good. That's at 10 o'clock. So the market is pushing back up into this pivot area, support and resistance area. Let's kind of watch what's happening on the smaller time frames. So we did put an engulfing bar on the 1 minute, and it is continuing upward. Sitting just at the 3 minute mark. Oh, I forgot to check one thing here.
Order submitted.
Okay.
Order canceled.
All right, so we're at that pivot point right now. See, it hit it, and it bounced off of it. Now we're going to see if it's going to... Good morning, Trade Hawk. How are you? So we can see that this is continuing to make, higher highs, and it's closing higher. But again, the things that I get worried about is look at the size of this candle on the 5 minute. Okay. Right now we're already at 40 points, not including the wick. So what do we know to be true is when it becomes this big of a candle, especially when we're at this pivot point, we could be looking at a reversal. Now, we do have a long signal coming up, but again, based on price action, let's see. This is continuing to, and I'm watching the 1 minute here as well to see what it's going to do. So our basically point is 19,428.50. That's our line. Okay. So if we close above it, we're going long. If we close below it, no trade. So we still have another less than a minute. We got 30 seconds left. Okay, we got 22 seconds left. Not a huge fan of this, guys. I'm telling you, it's pulling back, and I'm not crazy about it. So I will take it, but I'm not happy about it. Okay, we're going to get a long signal in about 6 seconds. We're going to get into our trade.
Order submitted.
And we are in. Remember, I'm not a huge fan because I knew it was going to pull back. Question is, do we have enough in our tank to keep this pullback? Yeah, this is going to get stopped out.
Stop failed. Stop failed.
Yep, got stopped out. So I took it in the one account just to log the trade in. As you can tell, I was up 900 and some odd dollars before. Now I'm down 30. So I'll keep trading this account later on and, get back up to where I need to get to. Okay. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this morning. Watch. We just got bottom ticked, and then let's see, how far did it go? Went down to 16. Yeah, this thing didn't even go like nothing in our favor. All right. Thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. As always, I really enjoy hanging out here with you guys. I appreciate the time that you guys spend with me. I know you guys have other things that you could do in the mornings, and the fact that you're spending it with me, I really appreciate it. So with that, I will fare you a good rest of the day, and we will see you guys all back here again tomorrow. And for those of you who are going to be trading the overnight, I'll trade the overnight with you guys, and I will see you guys in the Discord. And everybody else, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.